What's up, everybody, and welcome back. I go by the name ShotofADRENALIN, and today we're talking a little bit about what does it mean when the sounds of the world become all too familiar at home. Right now, we're living in a moment where social media and music are the bridges between borders. And you feel it every time you hear a song from Seoul or a new record from London starts lighting up the charts here in the US. We're going to keep our examples for the last 2 years. Let's start off with K-pop. One of the clearest signs of global music influence is when you see a K-pop artist hit the US Billboard 100. One example we can pull from is Golden by Huntrix. Yes, that animated girl group from K-pop Demon Hunters. They not only went viral, but they really smashed the charts by hitting #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100. And that was for most of 2025. And it stayed there for weeks. That's huge. And it's proof that it's more than just a niche. It's actually a movement to be taken seriously. Another example is Strategy by Twice. They cracked the Hot 100 and peaked at, I think, number 51 for a couple weeks in 2025. It really showed that a K-pop artist can hang toe-to-toe with the American mainstream. It's not an easy feat, but when it gets done, it gets done. And let's be real, would we be having a K-pop conversation if BTS didn't find its way in? And going back to 2024, Jimin from BTS dropped Hoop. Now that was his debut on the Billboard Hot 100, and it landed at, I believe, number 14 on the charts. And if you do your Googles, you'll see that that's the highest peaking K-pop record to hit the charts in recent memory. I say all of that to say that these records are not just blips on the map, or in this case, a chart. These records are charting alongside Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, the biggest names here. But not just that, they're opening the door for more global sounds to make its way into our homes. All right, so now let's shift gears and take a cruise across the pond to the UK. So when we talk about UK hip hop and grime, it's not always, full #1 on the Hot 100. Yeah. But its momentum does need to be taken seriously. Now, one rising star from the UK is SD Kid. He's a UK rapper whose tracks ended up showing up not just on playlists, but it ended up getting a few chart entries on the Billboard's Emerging Artists and Billboard 200 in the US. Now, those streams just ended up pushing multiple songs of theirs into the bigger conversation. And even outside of the whole strict chart positioning game, British MCs have been making an impact. Of course, we can go back to, Skepta and all of the bigger names, but even more current guys like Central C who are making some major plays around the globe. His albums usually hit high positions on the chart in the UK and started to make some major waves here in the US, showing that UK rap resonates more than just the man down. So while that crossover isn't exactly the same as K-pop's, UK hip-hop and related music scenes are being noticed in more major American spaces, especially online and, of course, across the streaming platforms. Now, we're talking about all of these records from across the world, but what does that really mean? It means globalization. Say it with me. Globalization. No. This is not an accident. Globalization is not an accident. Globalization in music today doesn't just mean American music expands outwardly. It actually means everything all at once. So what does it mean exactly everywhere at once? A kid in Seoul is going to stream their favorite Korean group before they even touch a US tour date. It also means a kid in Atlanta might pick up on some UK slang from drill videos. It also means TikTok playlists are connecting fans faster than radio ever did. Music is no longer gatekept by geography. And honestly, that's probably for the better. A song can blow up worldwide before a label even has an opportunity to put a marketing campaign together. That means it's organic, it's real, it resonates. Truthfully, it's the power of fandom and the internet. When fandom and the World Wide Web connect, good luck getting out of it. So let's dig deeper. Globalization in music is anchored by fandom and the internet. All right. K-pop fandoms are probably some of the most legendary factions of human beings I have ever seen. I'm talking about coordinated streams, watch parties, trends. They move in numbers because they know in numbers is where the power comes from. That turns records like Golden into something unstoppable because the fans made it happen. Record is dope, but the fans are the ones that amplify it. UK rap communities generate hype a little bit differently, through online culture, street plug convos, and of course, sharing on social media. No matter how curated you may want the content to be or creators want their content to be, the internet lifts what people are connecting to. All right. Not just what some exec is saying in some corner office somewhere. Those days are over. So now global music success is no longer granted. It's earned by the fans who push it, who share it, and live the culture that you're talking about. Now, before we get up out of here, if you are an artist watching this, learn from the global wave. You don't need to change who you are to be heard in another country anymore. You just need to be authentic, consistent, and connected to the community wherever they may be. I don't care if you're in Brownsville, Brooklyn. If your 10,000 fans are in Gilgamesh, then make sure you're going to Gilgamesh or you find your people in Gilgamesh. The charts are no longer American anymore. They're global, they're digital, and more importantly, they're powered by the people. On that note, I'm ShotofADRENALIN. If you liked what you saw in this video, please drop a like. If you want to see more of it, please hit subscribe. But in the meantime, take action.